In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible free team right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. Now, I'm not going to be including any trophy cases on the squad because obviously it would just be full of trophy case players with Dr. J, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, AD, Jimmy Butler, Russ, Worthy. Like, all of those cards would basically just be on the squad. So if you guys want to, see the best possible free team, I have multiple videos talking about that in the past, and that obviously includes trophy case cards. But for this video, like I said, I mean, you can still build a really good team with not including, trophy case cards. So that's what I want to do in this video. Show you guys what is the best possible free team right now in the game before we do get to season 4. But at this time, point guard position is going to be the Galaxyable Donovan Mitchell. He was obviously from the Moments agendas, and he was a really good point guard and still is very, very elite. He's 6'1" with a 6'10" wingspan. I know a lot of people say he's only 6'1", and then he gets mashed down low, and I will say he's not the best of defenders, and he's not like an amazing interior defender, but he does get a lot more paint stops than you probably would assume, and he's a way better defender than you guys mostly think. And on the offensive end, he definitely makes up for the lack of defense. 92 3 ball, 97 mid-range, 95 speed, 95 acceleration, amazing to go into the basket as well, 95 driving dunk, 98 vertical. Like, this card is one of the most fun point guards used in my team right now, and the fact that you could get him for free and it only took about 2 hours of grinding, I'm pretty sure that is obviously really, really nice. And then he does have Hall of Fame claim breaker, hyperdrive, mismatch expert, and quick first step. So all around, D-Mitch just got a great jump shot, pretty good movement, plays some solid defense, and gonna be an elite slasher. So overall, probably the best free point guard in the game, even including trophy case cards, because I think he's better than a guy like Russ at the point guard spot. But at the starting shooting guard position, we're going to use a card from the Happy Holidays promo, and that is going to be the Pink Diamond Glenn Rice. Now, I haven't really used this card too much in game, so I can't exactly say I know too much about this card, but I have used him a couple times, and I do think he's a pretty solid free card. Looking at Glenn Rice here, he's going to be a small forward shooting guard, 6'7" with a 6'9" wingspan. He's going to be great on the offensive end. He does have a 96 3 ball, 92 mid-range, Hall of Fame amped, blinders, catch and shoot, corner specialist, deadeye, limitless range, so some amazing Hall of Fame shooting badges. Other than that, though, stats wise aren't the greatest stats, like 87 speed, 87 acceleration, 80 driving dunk. He's a decent defender all around, but yeah, like I'm saying, he's not the greatest stats wise, except for 3-point shooting, which he has some amazing Hall of Fame shooting badges, and obviously a really high 3 ball. And then jump shot wise, I think it's a pretty solid release, and he does have the normal leaner as well. There's not too many great free small forwards in my team right now. Like I said, if you are including trophy cases, it would be Dr. J and Jimmy Butler at the shooting guard spot, but for not including them, I think Glenn Rice is going to be the starting shooting guard. And then at the starting small forward position, we're going to get probably the best season 3 takeover card, and maybe even the best takeover card in general, and that is going to be the Pink Diamond Jared Walls. Like, he's a very underrated small forward. He's 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. I mean, if you take a look at his stats, they are very well rounded. Like, he's going to be a great all-around defender. He's got 93 block, 93 steal, 93 lateral quickness, 93 perimeter, and an 89 interior defense. So all around, going to be an amazing defender. He's got Hall of Fame quick first step, gold claim breaker, handles for days, hyperdrive, killer combos. So some good gold and Hall of Fame playmaking badges. And then defensively wise, he's got Hall of Fame challenger, clamps, interceptor, menace, off-ball pest, and post lockdown, with pretty much every single defensive badge in the game on gold. And then offensively, he's a pretty good slasher, 95 driving dunk, 89 vertical. He's pretty fast as well, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, and does have a very solid jump shot and the MJ dribble style, which is one of the best dribble styles in the game. So the card's movement's pretty good. He can knock down threes, and all around just going to be a great defender. A great card to pair next to a guy like Glenn Rice and Donovan Mitchell as well, because they're not the greatest defenders. So having kind of a lockdown in Jared Walls is obviously going to be really nice to have. And then at the starting power forward position, we're going to get the best free power forward in my opinion, and that is going to be the Galaxyable Shawn Kemp. Now, it is a very close debate between him and Bam Adebayo from the Happy Holidays promo as well. So it's definitely a close debate, but for me, I do think Shawn Kemp is a little bit better, but we'll obviously talk about Bam later in the video. So Shawn Kemp's a power forward center, 6'10" with a 7'1" wingspan. I mean, this card is amazing on the offensive end, 89 3 ball, 95 mid-range, 92 speed, 92 acceleration. He's going to be probably the best offensive power forward in the game, at least, creating his own shot and going to the basket. He has a 98 driving dunk, 98 standing dunk. Like, he pretty much dunks on everybody. He's got some amazing Hall of Fame finishing badges. For me, with this card, his only flaw is the fact that he can't get challenger, glove, and that he's not the greatest defender. He's still very solid on the defensive end. He can definitely hold his own at the power forward position. I would have just liked to seen some better, defensive stats, but overall, I mean, this Shawn Kemp card, easily the best free power forward in my team. And then, guys, at the starting center position, to round off the best possible free starting lineup, I'm trying to type in Boogie Cousins, but it's actually DeMarcus Cousins. I do think he's going to be the best free center. Now, if we're including trophy cases, you'll probably run a guy like Tim Duncan at the center position, but for this exact team, we're going to run DeMarcus Cousins at the center position. I do think he's a pretty good center. He's 6'10" with a 7'5" wingspan. Now, he's not going to be the greatest defender, so we might lack a little bit of a height. We might lack a little bit of height and defense at the power forward and center position. So what you guys can do is actually move Boogie Cousins to the back at 5, and then at the starting 5, you can go with a Pink Diamond Brook Lopez because he's going to give you way better defense, and he's not like the most mobile center where Boogie Cousins is. Like, he can create his own shot, and he's a lot faster with the ball in his hands. So if you run a guy like Boogie Cousins, or sorry, you run a guy like Brook Lopez at the center position, he's going to give you some really good defense to pair next to a guy like Sean Kemp. So if you're trying to build like the best possible team and you're trying to structure it really well, then I would say honestly run Brook Lopez at the starting center position and have DeMarcus Cousins off the bench, because I mean, if you take a look at Brook's stats here, he has a 96 interior defense, 94 block, he has some really good Hall of Fame defensive badges, some pretty good gold ones as well, and he's decent on the offensive end as well. 94 3-ball, Hall of Fame catch and shoot, Claymore, and corner specialist as well. So for me, I do think DeMarcus Cousins is the better center, but for this exact squad, we're gonna throw Brook Lopez there at the starting center position, and in the backup point guard spot, I do think Rex Chapman is actually still a very decent point guard. Now, is he anything too crazy in the overall scheme of point guards in my team? Is he top 10? I don't think he's a top 10 point guard, probably not even top 15, but maybe top 15. I still think he's a very solid point guard. He's 6'4" with a 6'5" wingspan. I mean, if you take a look at his stats all the way around, like, he's got some really good offensive stats, which is obviously really nice to have on a free point guard. He's got a 95 3-ball, 94 mid-range, 92 speed, 92 acceleration. He's a great slasher as well, 95 driving dunk, 95 vertical, and then playmaking wise does have a 92 ball handle and a 90 speed with ball. And then Hall of Fame shooting badges wise, he's got Hall of Fame Agent 3, Amped, Blinders, Deadeye, and Limitless range as well. And then you take a look at the animations, he does have the Romeo Langford base, which is one of my favorite bases in my team right now. It's on guys like Sean Kemp, Mike Miller, you know, Thurl Bailey, another Sean Kemp, Andrew Nemhard. So he's got a pretty good jump shot as well, which is nice for the point guard spot. My flaws with this card is definitely going to be his dribble 6, not really able to move that well at the point guard spot, but overall still going to be a great offensive point guard. And then at the backup shooting guard position, guys, we're going to go for the, I just spelled his name wrong, we're going to go for the Amethyst Michael Cooper. Now, you could also go with guys like Eddie Jones and Iguodala, but I do like Michael Cooper's jump shot a little bit more, and he's probably just about the same defender of those guys, and maybe even a little bit better. He's a 6'5" shooting guard with a 6'8" wingspan. I mean, if you take a look at this card's stats, he's an elite defender, 94 steal, 95 lateral quickness, 95 perimeter, with an 86 interior defense as well, and then he's an amazing slasher, 90 driving dunk, 92 vertical. My main flaw with Iguodala is his jump shot's a little bit too slow, and his badges are just going to be a bit outdated. Like, honestly, I do want to see something real quick. Does this Michael Cooper card have more badges than Iguodala, at least on gold? I'm pretty sure he does, but maybe I'm wrong. He does actually have more gold badges, 2 less hops. But yeah, overall, I think this Michael Cooper card going to be a really good backup shooting guard. Obviously, nothing too crazy, only an Amethyst, but for an Amethyst card, probably one of the best in the game. And then at the backup small forward position, we're going to go for a free card legend, and that is going to be the Scottie Pippen. I mean, he's been one of the best free cards in the game, obviously, since the game did drop. He was the level 40 for season 1, and he's still very usable, and maybe even better than a guy like Jared Wallace. He's a 6'8" small forward with a 7-foot wingspan. He gives you some great defense, 96 steal, 97 lateral quickness, 97 perimeter, with an 84 interior defense, a little bit low block, but card's a great rim runner, has a great jump shot as well. That's the nice thing about Scottie Pippen this year, is they actually gave him a pretty good release compared to at least past my teams where his jump shot's kind of bad. This year it's actually a very good release, and probably was the reason why he was one of the best cards in the game for a while. And then, guys, to round off the squad at the backup power forward position, we're going to go for the Pink Diamond. We're about to go for the Galaxy of Bam Adebayo. I think this team is a little bit better structured wise if we have a guy like Brook Lopez starting, and then we have a guy like Boogie Cousins off the bench, because if we were to do this, we have too much offense in our power forward and center on the starting lineup, and then off the bench, it's not like we have too much defense, but I think it would just be a better pairing if we have, you know, Sean Kemp, who's the better offensive power forward than Bam Adebayo, and you pair him with the better defensive center, and then you pair Bam Adebayo with the better offensive center, because Bam isn't the greatest on the offensive end. But overall, guys, this is going to be my best possible free team in the game right now, with obviously not including trophy cases. But let me know what you guys think about the squad in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.